During last week's City Council meeting, City Manager Jay Melder provided the council with some brief updates on the ice rink at the Savannah Civic Center in response from a question from council. This morning, I want to give some additional updates to the public regarding the Civic Center redevelopment project, which is, of course, impacting the situation with the ice rink. As you remember, last year, the City Council made a decision on the future of the Civic Center site. In the resolution, the City Council voted to demolish the MLK Arena and restore the Johnny Mercer Theater. Although we took that action, that was the plan all along. The reason for building the Market Arena was because the current arena, the Martin Luther King Arena, had passed its useful life. And so there was no need for us to maintain two arenas. However, the Johnny Mercer Theater still has some relevance here, and we need to continue to use that. The ballrooms are heavily used, the meeting rooms are heavily used, and so council just basically voted to approve the plan. That was the plan well over 20 years ago. We often talk about the Civic Center as an entity, and it is, but there are some distinctions. The Savannah Civic Center houses the Johnny Mercer Theater and the Martin Luther King Jr. Arena, and the meeting rooms on the second floor and the ballrooms on the third floor. The entire complex is called the Savannah Civic Center. But there are components within the Savannah Civic Center, and I think council made it clear in our resolution that the Johnny Mercer Theater, the meeting rooms above it, the ballroom above that are important civic spaces. The loss of those assets would have a significant impact. And so we wanted to invest in those community assets. We have a new arena, and it's just time for us to move forward. The time is up for the arena at the Civic Center site, and we have to be able to move on. We allowed hockey, the ice rink, to continue while we were in the planning stages, but it's time for that arena to come down. The council also directed the restoration of a portion of the original Oglethorpe plan, which will return an estimated 4.5 acres of land to its original layout. And so this development really represents a significant moment in our city's history, and it's important that we get it right and we get it done right now. And so after council's vote last year, I told the city manager not to sleep on this project. It needs to move. We will not die from paralysis of analysis. And as the city manager explained last week, our management partners, the Oakview Group, has a contract with the Ghost Pirates to rent practice space in the MLK Arena. Additionally, we're using the ice rink for recreational hockey leagues, but the Ghost Pirates contract has expired. And so we'll continue to work with the Ghost Pirates. We love them. They're our partners. They have new practice space that they're transitioning to, but we need to move forward. And so it's also clear to me that the MLK Arena has a lot of safety issues, which is why we built a new arena. It is not economically viable for us to repair a building that is scheduled for demolition. And so for safety reasons, we're not letting the public skate in there anymore. We're just not. So staff has been hard at work over the last year planning for the next stages of development, and it is time now for that to happen. Staff has completed plans for the full demolition of the arena, which will happen in the first quarter of next year, and it is now time for us to move forward. That plan includes a very detailed and carefully sequenced schedule of the work designed to avoid disruptions to operations in the Johnny Mercer Theater, as well as the ballroom and meeting rooms. We hope to keep programming at the Johnny Mercer theater operating as normal for as long as possible. Additionally, this year, the Johnny Mercer Theater has been the subject of marketing research, programming analysis, and operations